I'm sorry. Mitch is dancing and it's fucking me up. I know you guys can't see it, but I can see everybody sitting in the bottom. Oh, welcome back to book club. We went off screen, so we're good now. I have with me the Dannies. Danny squared. Is that what we're doing? Danielle squared.
Yeah, I love it.
And we are going to go over Under Your Scars by Ariel Anderson. Ariel N. Anderson. I'm trying to like keep myself together because I kind of want to cry right now talking about just thinking about it.
Well, let's start from the beginning.
And before we start, I'm just going to say now, spoiler alert, there is no way that we can talk about this book without giving away some spoilers. So if you want to like come back in 20 minutes, this is your pause point to do that. If you don't care and you want to hear about the book, then stick around. But there will definitely be spoilers.
For sure.
Go ahead, Danny. You got that like you ain't shit look on your face because I made us read this book.
No, this book ruined me. Like after you suggested it, it started popping up on all my feeds, like Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and I was like, oh shit. And the like smut book club that were on Facebook, everybody, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be another like haunting Adeline type, really cool. The gun is on the front page. It was so good. It was so good. And then it just ruined the hell out of me.
I know. I don't even want to say read, right? Because we listened to it. We listened to the audible version.
We have to, Joe.
Narrated by Joe Arden, who we love.
I don't think it would have had the same effect if you read it. Maybe, and because I didn't read it, I listened, but I think listening to it just made it just like that much more. Like it was a roller coaster.
Period. Kori, I want you to share how you got introduced to the book.
TikTok.
Specifically.
So straight at the end, I saw a TikTok and it was like the book. You know what? Talk real quick because I'm just going to pull it up. I don't want to like misrepresent myself because it's going to be funnier if I say this exactly.
Way better. I am so happy that we did the audiobook for this one though.
Yeah. And it was
especially after we listened to that last one, that book that shall not be named.
Terrible.
33 seconds.
This one redeemed Joe Arden for sure.
Didn't you guys like how even if it was like the female main character when it was her chapter and she was like, and he said, and then it was his voice? Because even some books, they don't do that.
Mm-mm.
I really enjoyed that.
I love
like the letter was in his voice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love when they have the dual narration. Like I don't want to like if you already have the male or the female doing their parts when it's from their point of view, why would you have the female try to pretend to do the male voice? Like you already got them here. Like just let them do it.
And it's like what? Like 10 sentences per chapter? Like come on.
Yeah. Even just like the emotion in their voice, like at the end, like when everything was just going and it was just like, oh my goodness, like jaw drops. Like I think my jaw dropped and my face was just like, what the hell?
So I am gonna play a little snippet of the Joe Arden, the shorter one, because it speaks to his delivery and that jaw dropping. But specifically, I found it. I saw a TikTok, and the TikTok was a screenshot from somebody's Kindle of the last page, and it said, "Never has a book broken me so much." So I was like,
and you said bet.
I was like, bet.
Let me tell my friends.
Like, I don't believe it. I'm a tough ass bitch. And I even put in our book club chat this screenshot of the book with a playlist because it comes with a playlist, and I love that. I actually want to go back and listen to the playlist now.
Yeah.
And I said, "I'm ready to fucking cry." And then 3 days later, I sent that video where I was like, "I'm not ready. I know I said I was ready, and I'm not. I wasn't ready."
At
But
all.
let's just do a little snippet of Joe Arden. Make sure I got my shit here right.
They need to know what happens when they touch what's mine, Elena. They're going to convert religions because they won't be praying to God. They'll be praying to me, begging for my fucking mercy after I hunt them all down and show them the true meaning of fear.
Okay. I breathe.
Joe fucking Arden. I love him so much. I love him so much.
Ugh, so much.
I don't think anybody else could have done that one.
I don't. Teddy Hamilton comes close. He's the one who did The Haunting and Hunting Adeline. He does really good.
He's good at changing from psycho to like
Normal.
in the haunting and hunting Adeline.
I'm going to do a shot before we talk about the heartbreak because I need it. And by shot, I mean I'm going to drink
Damn
the
it.
rest of this bottle.
I'm not ready. Can we talk about how when you said you aren't ready for this because you were ahead of us, right? And you were like, you aren't ready for this. Get to chapter blah blah blah. And I was like, bet I'm gonna do it today. And you were like, all caps, do not listen at work. And I was like, ah. When she got fucking assaulted. Oh my God. I thought that was the worst of it.
So this probably should be where we like trigger warnings. Please check your trigger warnings before you listen and or read this book because there is a very graphic assault scene, both from her point of view and from the silencers who had to watch it. That broke me. That broke me.
Broke me.
I cried during that. I cried so many times during this book.
Me
I cried
too.
in the heartbreaking parts. I cried in the sentimental parts. I don't think a book has ever made me cry for so many reasons multiple times throughout it.
Right. For so many reasons, different emotions. It captured like the love and also captured the hurt they both had.
Yeah.
Lamar said, "You better not had wifey cry. We thug over here." First of all, wifey cried a lot. Second of all, didn't she send this to Lamar's mom to listen to?
She's reading it now. Or listening to it now.
Lamar, your mama's going to be crying too.
So I think for me, like the assault scenes, like the first one, like setting the scene for the story, didn't get me as much as the second time. Like later on. But for me, it was just like it would bring you to the edge of like, oh my God, like what's gonna happen? Like the first time, you think he's gonna die, and you're like, you're there, and then it like pulls you back, and it's like, just kidding. And then just sets you up. It was just such a roller coaster of like back and forth. And but I mean, it's hard to like not even relate to some of it because we all have our demons, we all have our past. And I think it just brought out things in different parts I can speak for me, of like, damn, like, okay, like I resonate with the silencer, but then also, Christian Reeves and the angel and all that. And it was a real, like, I could not have predicted the ending. Could not.
Briefly,
pretty good at that.
Go ahead.
Briefly, because Kori and I discussed this separately, but Dani, did you go back and forth at the beginning whether they were the same person or not?
Yes.
I immediately thought it. And then there were so many things I was like, no fucking way. No way they're the same person.
I think
that's what I was going to say. This book gaslit me so hard that they were not the same person and the same person at the same time. Like when he was like, all right, I'll go punch him for you. And then like there was the whole fight scene. I'm like, okay, obviously they're not the same person. But then I was like, wait, what if he's fucking psychotic and he's fighting himself?
So at one point, I did think that. I was like, well, is he like schizophrenic? Like, are we talking like two different personalities? Like, what's that movie, the scary movie where it's like multiple personalities? What's it? Like I don't know.
The Split with
something like that. Yeah, The Split. So I was like, okay, like that would make sense. But Ariel got me. She got me.
I have the other audio, and I want to talk about the sad shit first before I play it, because it was like his declaration letter to her mid-book, by the way, not even the end. I'm just going to say, I feel like the last 10 chapters, they could have just gotten rid of it. They could have just ended it with him dying the first time.
Yeah, until you hear the author's notes, and then you were like, oh, duh.
I know. But they made me go through him being medically dead, in a coma, pulling the fucking plug for him to wake up.
Yeah, but you needed Elliot. You needed Elliot's like ending. You couldn't do without Elliot's ending.
You did not. Okay, first of all, Gavin deserved better. Gavin dying, that hurt me, because I think like while listening to it, I wanted to believe that like Elena was changing him. Like she was trying to fix him, right? I wanted to believe that she was fixing him. And him killing Gavin, like, just reminded me, like, no, he's a fucking psychopath. This man's not changed at all.
So just briefly for people who are watching, Gavin was the bodyguard that he basically put in charge of her.
It was the only man he trusted. He literally said that, like, you are my friend.
The only person he trusted, and then Elena got snatched and he didn't hesitate.
He was like, remember what I said would happen if she ever came into harm? Where's my plastic gun? I need it for this.
I mean, like, I can see that. So, like, if you love someone so fiercely, and I don't care if it's a best friend or not, but like, if you hurt someone, like, I might be cool, calm, and collected, but if you push that button, you're going to get a different side.
But he didn't do it.
I know, but like in the split moment, like if something's going on with my kids, or like I'm going in, like, I mean, I've gone into the school multiple times and lit the school up. Like at that point, whoever's just in my way is collateral damage at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like plug it, but yes, they're collateral damage.
So then let's just say Gavin and Bethany were collateral damage. They both deserved better. Poor Bethany. Bethany dying, like.
I was like, bro, she's just trying to protect her sister, make some money.
No, that's Kate.
Oh, Kate. Sorry.
Bethany was her mom.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. Everybody dies in the end. Everybody.
Suicide.
Some people died twice.
But yeah, like, I didn't understand Bethany. Like, but I also feel like the dad didn't really love Bethany, because he was just so hell bent on his revenge in that it was like, if she didn't get pregnant, like they, what would have happened? Really, like when they laid that part out of the story. So she was just like a warm body, I guess.
The one critique I have for this book that I really did not like was the dad's character development, because I felt like if he really was the way he was, which he is obviously because he fucking killed everybody and was psychotic, no fucking way she was so obsessed with him her whole life and he was like such a great dad and she didn't notice that he was psychotic.
But see, is it that? Because there was a part in the book where Christian, aka the silencer, even admitted, like, I broke him. I pointed the gun at him to threaten him, and like
Thanksgiving,
he broke his mental like stability at that point. Like he took him back to his wife and his kid being murdered, and he caused the psychotic break.
Okay.
And I can see that. I can see how like somebody being in trauma and like suppressing it, overcoming it, moving on, and then here's the son of the person that killed your wife and child pointing a gun at you, looks at you like just shatters your mental state. I can see that.
Did you guys know right away that it was the dad?
Yes.
Yeah, I felt like you didn't.
Absolutely.
It took me a little bit because I thought about it and then I was like, no, they wouldn't do that. And then as I read more, I was like, okay, it definitely is.
But see,
no.
I felt like I knew it because I knew how it ended. I didn't know how it was gonna come to an end. I didn't know it was gonna end like it did. Because like I said, like the last like what I read or what I saw on TikTok was hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. It was from the point where it was like, just turn around, count to 100, and I'll get you some pancakes. And then she said, but daddy, I don't know how to count to 100. And he said, that's okay, baby girl. Just turn around and count as high as you can. And then he said, and like I was meant to, I always pulled the trigger.
That is the part that I was like,
I'm fucking shaking.
But I knew like 2/3 into it that the dad was going to have something to do with it. I just thought that it was going to be one of those things where like the dad bullied him into ending his life for like the well-being of Elena and their adopted daughter now. Like
letting them go.
That's where I thought it was going. And then to have all it didn't end the way that I thought it was going to.
Right away when he said count to 100, I was like, no, I should shut this shit off. I know.
Yeah. When he said turn around, I was like, oh shit. But then I was like, so I was sad, but then I was like mad because I was like, why would you do that to that little girl?
To the little girl.
Literally what I was thinking. Like, y'all ain't shit for adopting that little girl who had a terrible life. Only now her mama's dead, her daddy's dead, her grandparents are dead. Like, you left her with this old ass man with Alzheimer's.
And
this is her villain origin story now.
But to your point from earlier, Dani, like if he really felt that love, he had no point in living anymore.
Right.
Which like I think the audio clip I'm going to play like kind of alludes to that. But like there is a novella from the daughter's point of view. It's like 47 pages and I'm probably going to go read it because I have to. I have to at this point. I got to see it through, my guy. I have to know like what happens. It's like when she's older and like in her teens or 20s. Like I have to know. I have to.
We should make a stream date and read it together.
Yes. Okay. We'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna play this heartbreaking one. I did the shot, so I may cry. It may happen. Make sure my shout out to my husband for setting this up. Let me make sure my volume's up on my phone.
Shout out Dustin.
My entire chest.
Oh no. Hold on. Give me a second. I forgot that when I go to the Kindle, it skips my audiobook, so it just completely lost where I was. Good thing I wrote down the timestamps on my little notepad.
Thank you.
All right, and we're back.
If I wasn't meant to love you, then fate would have let me pull that trigger. I may have saved you that night, but you saved me too. My heart has been yours ever since. I don't just mean my love. I mean the actual functional beating heart in my chest is yours. You're taking it with you when you leave, and I'll be nothing more than an empty shell with a gaping hole in my chest in the shape of you where my heart should be. I know it's not healthy, and it sure as hell isn't fair to put this kind of pressure on you, to make you the essential anchor of my mortal life, to make you the tether to which I stay on this earth. But you are. I made you a goddess, Elena, and I worship you. You are my religion, and my whole life is dedicated to loving you. That's what the most loyal disciples do, right? Dedicate their lives to their divine savior. If you never find it in your heart to trust me again, If you never believe another word I say, believe that I love you. My love isn't perfect, and it isn't beautiful. It's broken, and scarred, and ugly. But all of it is yours. I will always be yours.
I'm just going to end it there before I start crying. And that was chapter 27. Okay. He died on chapter 69 or whatever. Like, God damn it. I have never been on such an emotional roller coaster reading a book. Like, this book just left me feeling sick and empty. Like, I
And
think I
wanting
literally said, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to read another fucking book after this.
and wanting to read it again. Like,
Yeah. So, like, the highs were high and the lows were lows.
yeah.
And there was a story, and it wasn't just a smut book, but like there were some scenes. Like,
Oh, the smut was smutting. It was absolutely smutting.
The smut was smutting. Yes, like damn. Okay, but like there was a story intertwined. It wasn't like the book that shall not be named, where it was 43 seconds to lift off. But
before we get into what I want to get into with the other ladies, the moment that he was like, "Crawl to me, Elena," I was like, "Yes, okay, please."
You're like, did he say Kori? Wait, let me listen.
It was the car when she was on top of that McLaren that he bought her.
That she crashed later
with no panties. That was.
I have the perfect audio for this. Hold on.
Why you like this, brother?
Oh shit! It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
Can we talk about what we figured out like halfway through the book, and it probably took us a little bit longer than it should have?
Yeah, so let's say the qualities or descriptions leading up to. So like
billionaire.
Yes. Dual personality.
Mask.
Murdered parents.
Whole ass secret basement with guns and cars and everything else.
Old dude living in the house, taking care of him.
Should have known.
The revenge complex, like going out and saving the city. Saving
and
people.
It wasn't until midway through the book where the dad was like, "There's nothing like smoking a midnight cigarette while you sit outside and brood." And he was like, "I'm not broody." And I'm like, he's fucking Batman.
Brood.
He's Batman.
I never need to hear that word again.
So it wasn't in New York, but it was in Jersey, like North Jersey. Like they set the scene to be like really close to New York, but it wasn't New York.
It was Jersey City. I mean, that's basically New York.
Yeah, exactly. They just a fictional town in Jersey, but like it definitely checked all the boxes for sure.
So with that, I'm gonna bring up our other ladies. If they're ready. Let me get a thumbs up, make sure they're ready. Okay. Kathy doesn't have a cupcake in her mouth.
Cupcakes.
Hey.
LB, love the background.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's right.
LB just knew what we were doing afterwards. She didn't know the premise of the book, but she came strapped with Batman.
I'm ready.
Love her for that.
Love her for that. So let me share my screen. Because since this book is essentially Batman, and at the end of the day, like, we're smutty and we just like smutty stuff, I gotta make sure that this shows us all. We have a Batman bonability bracket.
College humor Batman? What?
Bro, I'm pissed. Where's Lego Batman?
First of all, you're not calling Lego Batman. I already told you.
Okay.
With Lego Batman.
I threw that out in the ring as well.
You still
College humor Batman's
I needed an 8th live action Batman. Making sure wasn't one. There's a lot more Bruce Waynes. then there is Batman.
Yeah.
But like I said, the purpose of this, we were trying to find Batman. Even Dustin was trying to help me find a last-minute Batman.
That's fair. I love
Clearly,
it.
Lamar missed the Hear Me Out stream because he's like, Lego Batman, what?
Catch up.
It's bigger.
You seen Lego?
So we're gonna go through with our bracket. You ladies, let me preface this. Not all of you ladies, but some of you ladies did not understand how a bracket works. So, the last time we tried. This time, we are specifically choosing which one of these we would rather bone. I do not care about their acting. I do not care about the story. I do not care. If they put bat nipples on George Clooney, okay?
Or the movies. We do not care about the movies. This is specifically.
Just be shallow. Just be shallow.
I'm gonna try real hard. Yeah. Okay.
Lamar, if you were here for the last bracket, yes, you would know that I have to give instructions, okay? That's right, unless the bat nipples make you want to bone them.
Yeah, that's facts, Dusty.
So with that being said, and this is randomized to a point, but we're going to determine the best boneable Batman. So up first, how many of there are? There's 1, 2, 3. All right, there's 7 of us, so we can't come up with a tie. All right, perfect. The first one, we have Adam West Batman or Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, Lord.
And if you have a hear me out about this, I want to hear it, but
Okay.
I know where I'm leaning.
Someone go before me.
I'm gonna let LB go first. Well, you know what? Because me and the Danis have been here for the first half. We're just gonna keep going. LB, Kathy, Meg, Jen.
If we are talking about boneability, I gotta go with Michael Keaton Batman.
Fair.
Adam West does not do it for me.
I'm going to second what LB said.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Okay.
My bullshit face, and I'm ready for it.
So we all think of Adam West in like the goofy ass costume. That's like how we think of him, right? And like, running away from the Riddler for like his whole life. Just, it was just, he's silly as hell. But I feel like he's not a bad looking dude. Like if he was standing there as Bruce Wayne, young guy, he's like not the worst looking. However, Michael Keaton's bae. So I have to go with Michael on this one as well. But I'm just trying not to hate on Adam West, OG.
Let's just say this.
But we're not going off of that, so I'm picking Michael Keaton.
All of these Batmen can get it. So we're not going to say that anyone is
yeah, not going to hate on Adam. I don't want to hate.
Batmen are fugly. We just using the best one.
Yeah, Michael for me.
Jen?
Michael Keaton, for sure.
Our opinions don't matter, but we're going to say them anyway. We're going to say it with our chest. I'm going Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
All right, hear me out.
There's always one.
Adam West as Batman gives me Comic-Con, the nerdy ass, low-key sexy as fuck. I have to go Adam West. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Fair.
In his time.
What was
See, that's what I'm saying.
When was this?
I loved the costume, Meg. I loved it.
Sad.
Are you looking that up, Kori?
I'm not
look up a younger picture of him and you're like,
I'm looking at Meg to answer my question.
What?
Oh, I didn't hear your question. I was talking to Danny. That was
Bless.
sorry.
When was Adam West Batman? Like the 80s? 70s?
40s, like 50s.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, that's when he like started doing his stuff, and then I guess you could say it was like at the height of his Batman-ness. It was like just into the 60s too. It makes the kooky like whenever they're like running away from people. It's like it's very 40s, 50s, 60s. That's when Adam West was at his peak. So like he just died. Rest in peace. Like 2 years ago or something. Yeah.
And I just say the only thing that
He
I know
played
about Adam West is from Family Guy.
Batman was
I was
Batman-
just about to say that, Kori.
Yeah.
the Batman that Adam West played in was 1966.
There you go. 60s.
There
So-
was also 2 Batman
And then he
before.
had.
Really?
Oh yeah, that I don't even know if I'd count. What was his name? I wouldn't count him in this bracket. I think I could speak for all of you.
No.
My husband's probably thrashing and breaking shit somewhere because
Yeah, goofy.
all right, so Michael Keaton moves on. The next one we have is Christian Bale Batman versus Robert Pattinson Batman.
Is it,
And
am I
Kathy, I'm
going
going to start with you.
All right, yeah, I'm going Christian Bale.
Very fair. Meg?
Trying to give these answers some thought. All right, so like I love Christopher Nolan, and I think Christian Bale is a sexy dude. The only problem is that I don't think he's a sexier Batman than Robert Pattinson. That is a crazy opinion that I find is a lot of people call me out of pocket for. But Christian Bale's little lisp, I don't know. I don't dig it as much as I want to. If we were talking about him in American Psycho, sexy, yes. But I don't think he makes for a better Batman. I don't. So I'm going with Rob.
Jen?
Yeah, I think
Sorry, Danny. I thought. Sorry.
I think you said Christian Bale, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Nobody gonna elaborate? Elaborate, ladies. Why do you think Christian Bale's sexier than Robert Pattinson?
Because Robert Pattinson.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like,
Because when Robert Pattinson goes, "I'm Batman," that doesn't do anything for me at all.
Yes.
fair enough. Because that's how I feel about Christian Bale. Why are you putting on this crazy voice for? What are you doing? What are you doing?
2 comments before I give my thing. First of all,
Yeah, that hid your identity, Chris.
Christian Bale's Where's Rachel? Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding
Side
me?
note.
First of all. Second of all,
Wait, I want you to try that again. Do it
I
again.
can't. Fuck! It took me to do it straight the first time. Where's Rachel?
Yes.
Second, I saw the Robert Pattinson Batman in theaters with Dustin,
I saw it in theaters.
and I'm going to share this story because when Alfred came on, I distinctly remember making the comment like, "Okay, Daddy Alfred," like he
Jeremy Irons.
and Dustin.
Or was it
pointed out
Jeremy
that
Irons?
that
Who was it?
Smeagol. And I lost my ladybug.
Oh yeah, it was. It was Smeagol. You're right. That's right. I thought of the wrong one. Oh yeah, Smeagol.
With that being
You're right.
said, I liked Daddy Alfred Smeagol more than I liked Robert Pattinson, and I am going Christian Bale.
Damn.
I knew it was going to be. Yeah, I knew it was going to have an unpopular opinion with this one.
Danny?
See, I don't like Robert Pattinson very much, but in this one, this would be my hear me out. I would go Robert Pattinson because Christian Bale as Batman didn't do it for me, but the jawline of like Robert Pattinson and I would go Robert Pattinson on but just
What I tell
I'm shocked.
Danny, you already know. I told her the other day, my girl, we have like the same taste and everything. I just feel like Robert Pattinson looks sexier in like a comic booky way. Like, I don't know.
Like tone in any other movie. Like literally, like Twilight, nothing. But
Yeah, agreed.
Harry Potter, bro, he could get it.
I'm gonna agree with you on that. Yeah.
basically, I'll go Robert Pattinson. He can get it.
All right, Dani.
Obviously, reaction to Meg. I'm so Christian Bale.
I knew that though. That's why
just inserted something in me. I love the lisp, and I'll say it again.
Yes.
he inserted what? I understand.
All right. It wouldn't have mattered, LB, but we still want to hear it.
Yeah.
Here's something about me. Christian Bale has always been bae. Like, when he was Laurie in Little Women, he was bae.
Wild.
Oh my God. Christian Bale. Love him. He can do no wrong. In my book. Definitely Christian Bale.
Damn, Dustin. So was I watching it.
Yeah. That was a rough one. If you know, you know.
Somebody, where's Mod and Lamar? Kick him out.
Thank you. Because that's the only thing, you know? It's like, that's what bothers me. It's just that little, like, and the voice when he turned into Batman irritated me a lot. So,
But have you heard Lego Batman?
Stop it.
But have you, Will Arnett?
Oh.
Anyway.
On the other side, we have Ben Affleck Batman, and we have College Humor Batman.
Oh, ladies.
And I'm going to start with Meg on this one.
I hate you for that.
If you notice, I went LB Kathy. The logical next person was you.
Meg was
so I find funniness sexy. It's a top trait. Love a good sense of humor. But I'm gonna tell you right now that Ben Affleck Batman's my favorite. So that's what I'm going with. I feel like you wanted more out of me there. But when I saw Ben, I was like, yeah, that's the easiest one you could have gave me because he's Batman Day. I literally just watched a clip of him moving those tires in Justice League Extended. Yeah. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Jen?
Yeah, Ben Affleck is the number one Batman in my opinion. So that's my choice.
Yeah.
Affleck, you were the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
Phantoms, Dogma.
I share the same opinion as Meg. I am going to go Ben Affleck Batman. And I just want you ladies to be prepared that I am prepared to ride Ben Affleck all the way to the end of this bracket. I am stating my intentions right now.
Bet.
He's going to the final.
Because honestly, I came in here going, well, there's one name on this bracket I care about. Come on, B.
There's another Batman that I feel almost as opinionated about, but it is Ben Affleck Batman for me.
For sure, dude. There's no doubt.
What I will say is that as far as like the stories and like the actual movies go, he wasn't my favorite Batman, but like build, he's the Batman.
Are you talking about the first version of his Batman, or are you talking about the 7-hour Batman movie that came out on HBO Max?
I never saw this.
That was
okay.
Way better than the first one.
There's Batman versus Superman.
No.
Hold on, Harley. Hold on. My dog's yelling at me to explain. There's Batman versus Superman, right? That's when I think he was introduced into it, the universe. And then they had the Justice League first regular version that came out in theaters, which was lame. Wasn't lame. It was good, but it wasn't better than the extended version that HBO gave us, which was wild and had a lot more Ben in it. Let's just put it like that.
It explained that movie so much better, and his character so much better.
So much better. Okay, so yeah.
Where are you going? Oh, Danny Wallace, it's your turn.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
I'm like,
Which one? Yeah, Ben. No boner, obviously. Ben.
mm-hmm.
Ben
Any
Affleck.
more? Ben
Obviously.
Affleck. LB.
So Ben Affleck gives me the ick.
See,
The only thing he doesn't give me the ick in is the town. Yeah, the town. I was trying to think of another movie, and then I was like, no, he gives me the ick in all of them. But
What about him gives you the ick? I need you to elaborate on that.
yeah, I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
I can't explain it, but when he comes on, I'm just like, ooh.
You're just
didn't
like
watch
ick.
Reindeer Games when you were 12 years old, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I love the town.
I don't know if she's ready.
The town is fantastic, but as far as Ben Affleck goes,
That actually was good. I saw that in theater.
But here's the thing:
But
I don't know who College Humor Batman is. So, from that picture, that particular one right there, I have to go with Ben Affleck.
Pause. I don't know if I can show the College Humor. I mean, I played the audiobook, and that is probably going to get us kicked too, but
send it to the Discord.
I'm going to send you
it to the chat
of College Humor Batman, because I told Dustin he suggested it. I was like, is he the one that was like making all the dirty jokes about Rachel? I'm going to send you.
Please do. If I have to base it on these pictures alone,
that's enough.
I have to go with Ben Affleck, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
it's crazy, but that's wild. It's really funny how we've been just on opposite ends of the boner pole today, LB. No pause.
No pause.
Because you're like Christian Bale, and I'm like, that lisp would drive me up a fucking wall if I had to listen to it every day. Okay, what are you spitting on me for? Type of lisp, like.
I like a little spit.
And
I was about to say,
hey,
you're a book club.
Period.
You don't kink shit.
And I'm like, Ben Affleck, okay, Pearl Harbor, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Batman. I think the only thing that gives me ick is the woman he chose to marry twice. That's the ick that. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I love it. I actually love it.
Danny Moore were probably the only ones that heard my comments, but
you said spit, and I was like, yes.
Oh yeah, I definitely. I was like, hey,
I heard it. I'm just used to it.
There's a time and place for that. They're spitting.
Justin brings up a good point. We aren't talking about Ben Affleck. We're talking about Batman played by Ben Affleck. All right, last of the first round, we have the Valley Kilmers Batman. Shout out to Key and Peele, because I can't say it any other way. That, or the George Clooney Batman, and we're gonna start with Jen.
I am picking the Clooney Batman. No explanation.
I am also going to go Clooney Batman, and I will give an explanation. It's the nipples. Danny Wallace, go ahead.
A brief explanation, she says.
I mean, I can elaborate. I saw this movie when it came out, like in theaters, like for whatever birthday that would have been. and I had the biggest girl boner on Robin, on Batman, even
Oh.
Mr. Freeze. Like, there's my further elaboration. That's why I didn't give it in the first place. Dani Wallace, go ahead.
I mean, for me, it's Clooney. I think when we first came up with this idea, I immediately was like, Clooney's like my favorite. Like, it'll always be Clooney. Like,
Dustin just said that Kilmer has nips too. Is that true?
I believe he does.
Doesn't
Well, they
everybody?
were unmemorable.
He does. They're just very slight
They're not as prominent.
nips.
Yes, prominent is a
The
good.
90s loved a nip.
Those pictures, though.
Let's go on.
I mean, I feel like in 2024 we still love the nip.
We do. Free the nip, you know?
Free the nip.
Free the nip. Okay. T-shirt idea. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's me, right?
LD, you got your t-shirt idea list still up? Please add free the nip too.
Free the nip.
Oh, I will buy
And
today.
the 90s loved the nip is also going on.
90s loved the nip. I will buy that right fucking.
One on the front, one on the back.
There you go.
A nip or a saying?
I am going Val Kilmer. I like LB with Ben Affleck. George Clooney gives me the ick. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but
My girl.
sorry. Not sorry.
That's fair.
So the only other Batman that could rival my love for Christian Bale is George Clooney.
Ugh, LB.
My girl.
And
She's killing me tonight. She is riches.
I just love George Clooney. Like, I think he's,
Yeah.
Wild.
you know.
I'll elaborate. Not
when we were talking about this, first two that popped into my head, Christian Bale and then George Clooney. So also, George Clooney was a great Batman in general. Those movies were great.
We're not talking about the movies.
I know, but I was just throwing that in. Just saying. Kori touched on Robin and, yeah, they too.
Even Bane. You know what? I think I have been toxic my whole life. I think I have been.
You're just now having that realization.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Kathy, I'm gonna mute so I can cough. Go ahead.
So, as a child, I watched both of those movies, but the one that I watched more of was Batman and Robin with George Clooney. George Clooney is my favorite Batman, even though everybody says that is the worst Batman movie that they have ever made. But he's my favorite Batman.
Meg's been waiting to speak her piece on this. So Meg, please go.
Okay, no. So I wouldn't say I have an George Clooney ick. I like him, and I also like funny George Clooney. I like him in, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I think there's something about him that is like, there's quirkiness about him that's very Clark Gable. Not that anyone would know that reference, but he's just very goofy, handsome guy, and I can dig that.
Daddy.
But when we're talking about these, I think Val Kilmer made for a better Batman because we're talking about sexy, right? And we're talking about Iceman. We're talking about goddamn like Top Gun, Val Kilmer, early Val Kilmer too. We're not talking about like, oh shit, we're worried about Val Kilmer. He's making movies with 50 Cent. No, we're talking about like early 90s Val Kilmer, which is like is bae. Like he was the top of his shit then.
To
like
be fair,
95, right? Was when Batman Forever came out, 96. So like I don't know.
to be fair, we're talking about Batman Val Kilmer, but
yeah, and that's what I mean. I feel like he's definitely a better, sexier Val Kilmer than George Clooney was. And if we're talking about Val Kilmer in general, because putting him in the suit doesn't make him less sexy. I'm with Val. I support you, Val.
That's fair. Your opinion is fair. It doesn't matter, but it's fair.
I'm just elaborating for the fun of it, ladies. I love all the opinions.
I do understand what you're saying. All right. I feel like this is where we really start arguing. Michael Keaton Batman or Christian Bale Batman?
No argument. Come at me.
I'm going to go back to the original ladies that weren't here with us first because I'm not ready to give an answer. LB, go ahead.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
I'm not
Kori,
ready.
You're first.
I'm not
Nope,
ready.
I don't care. I don't care.
I need to hear opinion or two.
As your co-host, I'm overriding. You have to go first. It's your turn.
Go, Kori.
We can take a second to stop and think because this is a very important choice.
This is. We're basically picking who's going up against Ben Affleck right now.
I was literally
Not
just
according to
thinking that.
LB.
Yeah. You gotta be very careful.
It's gonna end up
Gotta be very
from
careful
someone
here. Mm-hmm.
Kori.
Okay, I have my answer.
It's not your turn.
I know, I'm going to wait, but I have my answer.
With the risk of getting flamed,
Where's my lighter?
Oh boy.
I'm going Christian Bale Batman. And I'm not going to elaborate on it further. Dani Wallace, go ahead.
I'm gonna go Michael Keaton. I just can't do Christian Bale. I just can't. I can't. So I gotta go Michael Keaton. Sorry.
I feel like I need to say it was a very tough choice. They were pretty close for me. But Dani Moore?
Let me think. No, Christian Bale. Period, point blank, to the end. Me and Christian will ride. You hear that, Lamar? We're riding.
You guys already know my feelings on Christian Bale, so that's my answer.
Do you think the bat suit has like a compartment that opens up, or do you think they got to take all the suit off?
The whole
Like,
thing.
is there a dick? Like, is there a dick?
It depends on who we're talking about.
The dark humor, like, I hope it's like a romper where they have to, like, you know how you wear a romper and you have to get completely undressed to go to the bathroom and then you have to get completely dressed again?
Well, like, I feel like Michael
think that
Keaton
would be
had a lot of
hilarious.
problem with that, with like the full rubber joint. But I feel like once they got into like Morgan Freeman, they were like, yo, I need like something that goes whoop, whoop, like that doesn't, I don't have to go through all this romper.
For sake of what I want out of Batman, I hear you in the funny aspect of it being like a romper. I want you to leave the bat suit on. So if you have to take the full thing off and like ankle that thing and you're just standing there in your Batman romper with your mask on, it's not doing it for me as much anymore.
We're becoming more college humor.
Hold on, you want long underwear. You know how there's that flap in the back? You want that like on his back in the front.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all
Right.
I'm saying, Lamar. I hope that there's a dick hole in the bat suit.
Yeah.
Where's it gonna be?
Like boxers.
But I don't really think that's their main concern when they're fighting crime. Like, to stop
I feel like it should be a big.
And don't make them sexy.
What if the dick falls out while they're fighting crime?
I mean, I just think you have to be ready. So
Lamar's in the chat. Lamar, who is the guy at the NFL Combine where his dick fell out of shorts while he was running the 40-yard dash?
Chris Jones.
Dani Wallace.
Look at her. Mm-hmm. That's right.
That thing was.
I mean, that was all over TikTok.
I know, but I didn't know his name. I just knew the shorts.
Sure did, girl.
There's only one thing she remembered.
LB
sure did.
Let's move on from the dick hole. LB, where are we going with this?
Bless.
It's my turn.
No, it's LB's turn.
What are we? I'm so sorry. I missed that because I was laughing.
What? Michael Keaton or Christian Bale?
Oh, Christian Bale.
Okay.
I said it earlier. Absolutely Christian Bale. Every time.
Kathy, now it's your turn.
Sorry.
It's okay.
like I'm taking in all of what you guys say into consideration as I'm thinking. I have to go with Michael Keaton though. He's the original Batman. Like,
I mean, technically,
you're right. But for me, like growing up, that was the first Batman movie that I had ever watched. Was Michael Keaton.
I watch that one every Christmas.
Same.
Me and Dustin watch it every Christmas, and we eat our Chinese food.
It's like around Christmas time, it always ends up on my television.
We'd also watch Gremlins, but I always watch that Batman.
Because it snows in it with Catwoman, and it's just like vibes.
They also brought him back in a movie recently as Batman, and I can't remember which movie it was.
Flash. The Flash movie.
I almost used.
It was so funny. That was great. Like
I almost used that picture of him, and I was like, no, I gotta stick to the original here because I'm not gonna lie, like Daddy Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, okay, it's not my turn.
No, yeah, it's your turn. I said Michael.
Oh, okay, so it is my turn. Okay. Yeah, so I almost questioned myself a little bit here. Not even gonna lie, for Team Christian. I had to question myself a little bit because I never said the dude didn't make a terrible Batman. Like by a long shot, I don't. I just don't exactly think he's like the boniest bone. I don't see that. And then as I'm thinking it, I'm going, Daddy Michael, though. Like when I was young, I thought he was cute. Like when and then it continued on, and then like he came back for a little while, and you were like, damn, Michael still? Yes. And so I'm gonna have to go Keaton on that, I think. Sorry, Chris. We're not talking directors here. We're talking, it's like I want to be like Nolan. I love those movies, but like
this is our first tiebreaker, and unfortunately, the honor is going to Jen.
All right, Jen.
Okay, so please, no hate.
Yeah, okay.
Going Michael Keaton. No elaboration.
Here's the thing, I'm not going to hate you because there's another Batman on this list that I feel more passionate about. So it's okay.
I wouldn't hate you the other way either. I'm trying to be cool. Daniel's like having a goddamn panic attack over there, but like I wouldn't hate it on you if you chose Christian Bale either. I mean, I get the vulnerability. He's just not my vulnerability, if that makes sense.
Because me and Dani like toxic men. And Christian Bale is definitely the more toxic of the two Batmen.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
I'm not having a panic attack. I can't comprehend because I have such strong feelings towards him why everybody else doesn't.
Same.
What's that movie Michael Keaton was in recently where he dresses up like a bird?
What?
Birdman, isn't it?
Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. You want to talk about nutty and toxic?
You should also, at the end, when we figure out who's going up against Michael Keaton, play their Batman voices just for the fun of it.
I don't know if I can find it that quickly, but I will try.
Get on it, Kori.
I'm going to ask my assistant to get on it. Kathy, get on it. Send me the video, and I'll play it on the new Roadcaster that Dustin set up for me.
Yeah.
I'm missing Grey's Anatomy for this.
Ben Affleck or George Clooney? We are starting with you, Dani Wallace.
Tough one. This was like the worst matchup that there could have been. These two. It's gonna be the unpopular one, but as Batman, I'm still sticking with Clooney.
I just realized we need a black Batman. Dani?
We do.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were asking for my support or
both. Both if you would.
I've already said George Clooney gives me the ick, so ban.
I'm gonna go with George. I gotta do it.
Well, that's the point of this bracket. We got to figure out who you'd want to do. So that makes sense.
Yeah. That one.
Kathy?
George Clooney.
She was ready. She's like,
Kori, you already know.
I'm not ready. God damn it. Meg, go.
I already said you already know. You know. Benji. And man. George Clooney was not only like, okay, like super overrated Batman. Okay. But like the movie was awful. Like you read it on Reddit right now. Like it just didn't make for him sexy. It didn't bring the sexiness. Ben brought the sexiness, man. He brought it. Ben. Playing with my chest.
I love you, Meg.
Love you.
For this.
Okay, yeah. Ben Affleck, 100%.
And we're back in the game. I thought we were losing Ben, Meg. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought we were losing Ben. So with the tide, I already stated my intentions. We are riding Ben to the finals.
I'm jumping on the train with you, Kori, this time.
Perfect.
Heard.
Because the more the merrier in a train.
You take the app, I take the left.
What's happening?
My bad. What's
I think Matthew's trying to give us I'm Batman.
I'm trying to find
I was like, we're not there
I'm
yet.
Batman.
Maybe I missed something.
Oh, I just saw where you sent it to me. Okay, Kathy, I got you.
I have to. So they play like the whole part. So I'm trying to find the part in the video so that we can actually play it. So the video I sent Kori, she has to play it at 2:40. So I'm trying to find this video of Ben Affleck saying "I am Batman." So hold on.
You should probably mute.
Yes, I thought I hit the button before, but I didn't.
All right. This is the Michael Keaton, Kathy? Yes. This is the Michael Keaton I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm going to keep my opinions to myself for now.
Sorry, there's ads on YouTube.
That's okay. Or would people like to dissect their opinion on the Michael Keaton Batman while Kathy looks for it?
Doesn't sit right.
It doesn't sit right with me.
It's such an odd matchup. How did we end up here? I know
because you guys failed.
You guys failed Christian Bale.
You didn't fail, LB. We're on the same wavelength.
Oh.
I need to hear the Christian Bale Batman so I can go back and flame you guys. Picking Michael.
No. I love it.
Where's Rachel? God damn it. That I'm Batman was so soft.
It gives who did this to you?
You know who would have delivered that I'm Batman line amazingly? Joe fucking Arden. Shout out to Joe Arden, man.
Is Joe Arden on Cameo?
I was just about to say, if anyone can look into Cameo, because I don't have it, but
he's coming to Baltimore to do like a live reading in November, and I want to go so bad.
Oh, that'd be cool.
His own poetry, actually.
Send me the date.
It doesn't matter what he's reading. He can read the phone book.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's reading Good Housekeeping. Oh, damn, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I literally commented that on one of his videos. I was like, you could hold on.
Kori, remember when you were like, sorry, Joe, but you were like, I'm disappointed I looked up what he looked like.
Oh.
I still haven't.
from the very jump to be
Oh, maybe I
seriously
shouldn't see him live because I have a picture
So
in
here's
my
the thing:
head.
is I don't want to say I'm like disappointed in what he looks like. It's just like when you hear a voice,
Yeah.
and then you put the face to it, and you're like, "That's not what I pictured."
Yeah.
That's what I got. It wasn't like he was like, "Ew, you should." No wonder you're off camera. It wasn't that. It was just I expected like this big, bulky, dark-haired man, and that's not what I got.
Yeah, we have different views, I guess. Maybe I should look him up.
I really hate this.
Are you torn, Meg?
Either way, we can close our eyes and he can just speak.
Like I'm literally looking at 2 pictures of them by side right now, and I'm like,
I know my answer, but
how do you find the TikToks that you commented on?
is there a way to do that?
I don't know. I can see
say.
which ones I like.
Someone,
or you can do that on Facebook, right?
like if somebody likes your comment, it'll show you like how many people like the comment, and you can refer back to it that way. But I don't know if you can see where you commented.
So Kori, you were disappointed? Did you look him up, Dani Moore?
I'm about to. I'm nervous.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So my direct comment on his poetry book was, "I will literally eat whatever you narrate with a spork."
Not the spork.
I love you so much.
You know that girl from Lights Out? That's you.
I know. Lamar, this is what I'm actually doing. I'm just waiting for my assistant to find the I'm Batman.
This motherfucker doesn't say I am Batman on any of these YouTube videos right now.
I need a nerd. Dustin! Batman!
Kori
It's
tosses up the
So-
bat signal from the streaming
I
room.
just looked him up on Instagram and he doesn't have any pictures of himself. That's a bad sign. Where'd you look him up?
Google. Just
Google?
images. Yeah.
Kori,
Duh.
didn't you compare him to someone?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at him. Hold on.
So
I'm trying to remember. I can see the guy's face because I did look it up, and I was like, "Oh, that tracks." Like,
he reminds me of Screech from Saved by the Bell.
No, he
I
does
can't believe
not.
This guy.
No, I mean that's not who I'm. I mean, you can't even see it. Hold on. No.
I'm going to put it in the book club Discord chat. This is my plug for joining the Discord. That is the Studley Show the Studley Show Lounge Discord. I put it in the now reading chat.
So many images of different people.
It's all right. We're gonna
that's not what I pictured him to look like at all.
right. Like he's not bad, dude. He's just not.
No, but
Dani,
I
just
thought
go to the goddamn Discord.
Oh,
I
sorry,
thought that
sorry,
was him
sorry.
too, Dani, and I was gonna be like, "Really? You're disappointed?" Like, I'm not, but I don't think that's him.
He's like, damn, standards real high. The fuck?
Is that really him? The blonde guy?
Yeah, that's his book.
Yeah, I pictured darker, like dark haired.
Unhinged.
Yeah.
a little messy, like
He looks like the high school quarterback.
disheveled.
Yeah.
Sure does.
All right, we're
I'm
gonna
not
move on from the Ben
disappointed,
Affleck Batman. We're just gonna imagine that it was a lot gravelly and
like-
more delivery than Michael Keaton.
No, I wish we could get him to say.
So with that being said, I think Dani Moore, it's starting with you. Because it finished with me last time.
Well, I can't pick Adam West over Michael Keaton and then just fucking pick him again. So Ben.
I know
Love that
I told you
term.
guys Ben gives me the ick, right? But I don't think Michael Keaton is hot. So as much as it pains me to say, I've got to go with Ben.
Ben's been hurting your feelings tonight.
Kathy?
I'm pretty sure that Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman used a voice synthesizer thingy. So I'm still gonna go with Michael Keaton.
Fair. Meg?
This is kind of like disrespectful to me. Because it's like, your young crush Batman or your older crush Batman? But as I'm looking here and I'm combining the two, I'm just like, there's really no doubt. Ben's the one. He's jacked. It's Ben. Riding, we're still riding it. Ben.
We're still riding it.
I had to shout out to Michael because I just got done saying like, Daddy Michael, yeah, like damn, I loved that movie, and like you said, and I love him, and there's something sexy about him in the suit. But Ben's sexy in the suit, and he's sexy to me outside the suit, and it works for me. So that's my picks.
Jen?
100% in an agreement with Meg. It is Ben Affleck all the way.
We have our winner here, but I'm still going to say, and I'm still going to ask the Dannies to say, I'm obviously going Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah, would have been Ben.
Oops. And Danny Moore?
I started. It was Ben.
I'm going to see if I can do this. Oh, hold on. Damn it. I was hoping it would be transparent. It's not transparent, but you guys understand the gist here.
Okay, remember the Fortnite pin the tail on the llama? We need this.
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Pin the eggplant emoji
on the
Batman.
I had to give it a little more thought too, because like, who is Robin was George Clooney, right? Had Robin.
Yes.
And I found now Robin.
Chris O'Donnell.
This may be what makes
O'Donnell now.
O'Donnell.
That's a different story. We're not talking about sidekicks in this one. That was a good pick. That I
sidekick bracket.
I think everybody though in that George Clooney movie was very attractive.
Uma Thurman.
George.
8.
Alicia Silverstone.
8.
Do you think Alicia was with Batman and Robin?
Do you think what?
Alicia could have been in a Why Choose with Batman and Robin?
Absolutely.
She wasn't with Robin and Poison Ivy in that movie.
Yeah, it gave those feels a couple times watching the movie too. You're like,
I'm choosing.
Where is she going with that? What you mean? Yeah.
Who are you choosing, Danny?
Batman.
Can I get Batman, Bane, and Mr. Freeze, and we can cut Robin out of it?
Yes.
My girl.
Who played Bane? Was it Tom Hardy?
Got me about to write fanfic. Like
Okay,
Tom Hardy played Bane in
are you thinking of Bane in the...
That's what I thought. We need to do a villains bracket.
Oh!
Batman villains. I'm ready.
Batman is a shit ton of toxic ones too.
LB scratched the itch on my Kori's toxic ass brain.
Oh yeah.
Tom Hardy Bane?
Tom Hardy Bane.
Could get it. I swear to God,
Honestly,
that's
Bane.
Man.
Bane.
I newly adopted the darkness.
I was born.
You do it better. You do it better.
You have to.
You gotta like get it down in them.
Yeah.
You gotta like.
That's closer to Darth Vader. That's my bad.
Darth Vader, get it. We need, you know what? Next week is Halloween.
Ashes, you'll have permission to die.
Are we dressed up?
Oh, we should dress up.
That would be fantastic. So I don't have to change after trick or treating.
You were pretty good at changing costumes, Kathy.
That was a very quick costume swap the other night.
In fact,
Catwoman could absolutely get it. I would wide choose between Catwoman and Poison Ivy.
Halle Berry played Catwoman in one of them too, didn't she?
Jeep Swenson was Bane in Batman and Robin. Pull his picture up here.
All right, so
yeah, probably just like
hear me out. Because we're reading this new book, which I don't know if anyone else. Kathy, put the picture in the Discord so that we could appreciate it. I don't know if anyone else started reading the new book yet. I did. I'm gonna be honest, I started reading it before we even decided on it. But The Perfect Fit by Sadie Kincaid, which I am slowly starting to think that Sadie Kincaid is one of my top 5 favorite authors. I love her and her writing.
What else has she done? I recognize the name. Have we already read a Sadie Kincaid?
I don't think we've read one, but I think this isn't the first time I suggested one.
I think maybe she's on my list to read.
I think she's probably on your list to read.
I think so.
But we're reading A Perfect Fit, and it is a why choose. Has anyone else started it, or is it literally just me?
I have not
started yet.
I think I missed a week.
That'll be my project tomorrow when I'm off work.
All right, so it is a why choose, and it is the first why choose that we are doing where there is sword crossing.
Oh.
If you know what that means. I don't know how much I can elaborate on YouTube. Although I did put a dick on Batman, so I guess I can. The men are not choosing between each other either. Dani, I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
Me?
Nope, I can hear you now.
I said it was an eggplant.
It was implied dick. Implied dick is t-shirt, please. Implied dick.
Implied dick is going on the list.
You mean over exaggerated?
But yeah, so it's a why choose. She gets to enjoy these 3 men. And they enjoy each other. And I am here for it. I hope you guys love it as much as I love it. I was supposed to be cleaning for Dustin's birthday party this weekend. And I was like, I just need to read one more chapter. And then one chapter became like 6 more. But Dani Wallace had an excellent idea for it. And I kind of want to incorporate both. Because we like both.
Because why choose?
Because why choose? So Dani's suggestion was that next week, when we come back, we come with our own 3 arrangements. So we're going to have like our own 3 people that we would be in a why choose with. Men or women.
Would that be from this book or over books
in general.
that we've read?
Or
okay, in general.
In general.
That's so broad. What the hell?
Like
20.
But what I'm going to say is at least one of them needs to be a villain from a Batman movie. Any of them, I'm fine with.
I know mine already.
I got mine.
So at least one Batman villain and then 2 others for your arrangements.
Did I get out of pocket with it?
You can go as it's your arrangement, Meg. If you can get them to sign the NDA, I don't care who you bring into your arrangement.
You already know, girl.
Everybody come photoshopped with a picture ready. If you can't, hit me up. Kori's got enough. I can do it.
3 people. 1 from a Batman movie.
And
villain
two,
from a Batman movie. And two,
But the Jonas Brothers are black. You can't. No.
I was going to say, is this music, TV, and movies? Anything
Anybody.
at all?
Your
Okay.
ideal dream list arrangement.
Okay.
well,
Okay.
You got a whole week to figure it out.
It'll
I mean, you also got to read the book. What I will ask is, I know next Thursday is like Halloween, and I know half of y'all got kids. Does Thursday work, or do we need to pick another day?
Works for me.
could we do a little later on?
I was gonna say if we could start at 9:30.
Later's fine with me.
Are you sure, LB?
Yeah, because I don't work on Fridays, so Thursday nights I can do as late as we need to do.
I'm going to take him to this like church over here as like a trunk or treat thing, but I should be home in time by like 9:30 at like.
I feel like all the Halloween stuff now starts at like 6 o'clock because it gets dark.
It's so early. Last year it started so early.
I should be here by 9.
I don't have any kids, so I don't have to keep up with that. But they started coming to the door, and I was like, we're not ready yet. We just got home from work.
We're also driving to my parents' house to go trick or treating because I'm not trick or treating in this neighborhood again.
All right, so 9:30 next Thursday.
Yes.
Read the perfect fit, and then come prepared with who your perfect fit
Do you know?
will be. One of them being a Batman villain.
Do you know what it's on?
Yeah, so it is available on Kindle Unlimited for free if you have the membership. It is on Audible. I used a credit, so you would probably have to buy it if you don't have a credit. I'm checking Spotify now.
It's not on Spotify.
Okay. So there are your options. Read it or use your credit or buy it. I think it's like $17 if you buy it. So if you are going to, I would suggest buying the one credit instead of buying the book because you get it a little bit cheaper when you do it that way.
That's a good idea.
The credit is like 15, but
That's what I
without,
did.
like 17.
$2 is $2.
$2 adds up.
I'm saying.
I did
The
the
world we
credit.
live in, it matters now, man. Totally.
Ugh, not under your stars starts playing. Ugh.
I can't. I know we talked a lot about that book, ladies. I would suggest listening to it. It was an amazing book, but it'll break you for sure. I broke so many times reading that book.
But at least you're prepared.
Is it available to read, or do we have to listen to it?
You can read it.
Okay. I struggle to listen to the audiobooks because I get distracted so easy and then I end up missing something. So
I needed to
like, I want to get broken.
I needed to listen
Where
to
can
it.
I see brokenness?
I think it is on Kindle Unlimited though for free.
Okay.
So if you do decide to read it, it is long though. Like I think it's like 600 and something pages. Like that's why I listened to it, and it was like 19 hours.
Oh
to
my.
listen to it.
Even
That's
on
cool.
1.5.
Yeah, even on 1.5. I was trying to put Dustin to sleep driving down to North Carolina. I started playing country music so that I could listen to it. I'm like, this is an 8-hour drive. I want to listen to my fucking
Go to
book.
bed.
Literally, we were on the way to Applebee's. I said, Koosh, can we listen to this? He's like, why is she talking so fast?
Thank God I'm
Danny Wallace was at gymnastics practice listening to it.
Still think she heard, like it's the way she looked at that like perfect point. I was like, can you hear this? Like, it bothered me.
You're doing so good. And then he bent me over.
My Audible login, if you want to listen.
Cool.
All right, well, this has been fun, ladies. I can't wait until next week.
Me neither.
Danny Moore, I'll send you like a template so that all you have to do is plug in the arrangements for people.
Okay, like how you want it. Okay.
Yeah, that way it's all the same. Like it's like a
Yeah.
And then you can just put faces or some.
So are we gonna own up to him, or are we gonna make the game and see who's whose?
You have to defend.
Okay.
I do like the idea of how we kind of came with the tables, though.
Great.
So let's keep it to where Dani Moore is the only one who knows, because I want a little bit of a surprise this time. And then, like, after we all guess, we can do the thing where, like, we say it with our chest.
That was so much
I
fun.
like that too.
That was fun.
That was
Guys
amazing.
do it too. We're gonna solicit some other people. Kendi's here. We'll get her to do it. We'll get some other people to do some, so that it's not just like us only.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be
I'm with
fun.
it.
Oh, I'm so stoked.
So then we're not making a collage with us in the picture, right?
I know,
just
we'll be
send
in the
them-
picture. We'll be in the
Just
picture.
send them to me.
Just send them to Dani, and
So
she'll make
3 pictures.
3
If you
pictures
have
and yourself.
If you have specific pictures that you want to use, yes, but you also can give the name. And I'll do it.
Okay.
Same as last with the table.
Cool.
I love this. And then, yes, if you guys want to come in costume next week, please do.
Ooh.
All right, let's do the thing where we go around and say where we can find each other before I play this outro video. As long as it does it right, we'll see. Jen, do you want to say where they can find you? I'm gonna start from the bottom.
They can't. Except I will be in the Studley Show Lounge Discord, or Matt's Discord, or moderating Matt's kick stream, because that's pretty much all I ever do now.
We're with it. LB?
You can find me in the Studley Show Discord, and I'm going to try to get back on Twitch more often at It's Me, Lara B.
Kathy?
You can find me on all socials at Kathy Grunman 93. If you can't find me, then I'm not on that one. And that's what she said.
Meg?
You can find me on Instagram, Lucille Ball sometimes, because I've been mistaken for looking for like Lucille Ball sometimes. And you can find me doing the Studley Show shenanigans, and I'll be in the Discord too.
This is the only banner I got, so it's what we're going with. Dani Moore?
You can find me on AIM. You know you want more?
Sure.
AIM is wild.
Did anyone else used to like leave and set like a message?
Yes.
Or like a way message to like get the attention of someone?
All
only
of the emo
10
songs.
minutes later?
All of the emo
So
songs.
much.
The thirst was wild. In the
Did you say all of the emo song?
All of my away messages for AIM were emo lyrics.
Yes,
all of them.
mine too.
All of them.
303 for sure.
And then at the end,
Hip hop.
BRB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. BBL.
One letter caps, one lowercase, one cap.
Now
one
that
lo-
means a different thing.
Hit me up. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Dani Wallace,
One when you leave. One.
find you.
Here on Thursday or in the Studley Show Lounge Discord. Dani Wallace. 311.
Here on Thursday. Yes.
Yes.
Love it.
Happy to have you.
And then Jen, before I take us out, do you want to what's the Studley Show website?
It is thestudleyshow.com.
Perfect. I'm just gonna put that down.
Wow. Subscribe.
Oh, I have my Studley Show shirt on tonight.
Me and Mitch just did the same thing.
Look at you.
So much. I love it so much.
I was running late. Failed.
I spilled ketchup all over my shirt, so I had to change it. Costume change.
I had my Studley shirt on last night. I would have wore my bucket hat, but
Mm.
Me and Dani
Shameful.
are sharing. Me and Dani are sharing. And you can find me at @grab_teats on all the socials. Here on Wednesdays doing the Studley Show podcast, and then here on Tuesdays alternating because I don't like to choose between the Aux battles and the SCW Studley Championship Wrestling episodes that are going to be airing. Make sure you are here next Tuesday to watch episode 2 of SCW. And then I also believe on Sunday there's going to be a Studley and Wildcard Mar Reacts food video going up, or they're at least recording it, so it's coming eventually. And yeah, I think that's all I got. So I'm going to go ahead and take us out before I say anything else ratchet.
Implied dick.
Implied dick is wild.
The 90s love the nip.